Please stand by for further details. We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
Hello to those of you who are feeling called to this reading in particular. Welcome to your mystery reading. I'm going to start off with drawing out one card from the Prisma Visions Tarot, and then finishing it off with one card from this box of cards, which I made myself, if you didn't already know. If you'd like to be a part of the community that I'm trying to create, subscribe and hit that notification bell. And before I get your first card, remember that this is a general reading that could be meant for more than one person. So if you're struggling to find meaning in a message, that's okay. Just let it go, because it might just be meant for someone else. And if it truly was meant for you, the universe and your spirit guides will make that obvious to you, either sometime during this reading or sometime during your journey. So while I was trying to get through saying all of that, a lot of messages came through. The first one, I saw the number 55, so you could be dealing with more like minor changes. It's like more focusing on the details of your life rather than the bigger picture. I'm also feeling something here about death, which does symbolize a much bigger change than I'm feeling. So it could be that these small little changes are going to lead to a bigger change. And another thing that I'm feeling is there could be someone here who is feeling very, very tired. I do feel like a heaviness here. I don't know if I'd say it's necessarily like dark. I mean, it's not dark in an evil way, but I mean like in a pessimistic way. Or you could just be tired, and that's the heaviness that I'm feeling. I am seeing 222, so I feel like it's time to find more balance in your life to address this tiredness. Spend more time resting, less time producing. For me personally, one thing I do like to do in my free time is play video games, but that does use energy, quite a bit of energy, and so maybe you're being called to rest with like real rest, not, just having fun and distracting yourself. Like maybe just laying down, relaxing, watching TV, or listening to something while you're laying down. Just someone here really, really needs true rest. You could need more sleep as well. So perhaps it could be helpful to find ways to help you get the rest that you need. I was actually messing with my pet cat on my bed before I started recording. I had my cards out like this, and I jokingly asked her to pick one. And I picked one that, I don't know, seemed connected to her. And it was the Four of Cups in reverse. So just know that it's okay to say no and to focus on yourself. It's okay to set boundaries and to put your needs first. And I'm actually getting fixated on this thing on the corner of my bed that says Restopedic. So just confirmation that someone definitely needs to focus on rest. I just saw 420. So this is interesting. I have the Hanged Man in reverse with the third eye. I'm not sure what planet that is, but I did hear that Uranus could be a significant planet for someone, no matter what that symbol means. I almost wanted to say no matter what that symbolism means. I just saw 444. There's something here about your foundation where you're being a little more risky than you should be. Be mindful about what you say yes to. For sure, prioritize stability over materialism, I want to say. It could be time to focus more on grounding yourself and getting your head out of the clouds. If you saw 420, that might, or if 420 means something to you, that could have a whole new meaning for you. Or in general, there just could be something here like that you're really, really attached to that it's time to take your focus off of. The Hangman in reverse. Well, upright, it's about making an uncomfortable sacrifice, and in reverse, it's like you're making sacrifices that aren't necessary. And I saw 5, 4, 3. You're making these unnecessary sacrifices for a reason. You're taking these unnecessary risks for a reason. There's like a real emphasis here that if you need to sacrifice or take a risk, make sure that it's worth it. So don't play with your life. Don't play with your stability. Don't be naive. This card has the number 12 on it. That comes down to the number 3. So this could actually really be a great opportunity for you to learn about yourself and to grow more. Like, I'm really feeling something here that you need to be more mindful about what you focus on. Maybe you really, really just need to shift your attention here. You might hear that kind of annoying sound in the background. It's a fan. So I hope it doesn't bother you, but if it does, this may not be your reading. I do feel in general you could be struggling with irritability. And it's just really, really time to focus on your emotional needs. I feel like there are healthier ways to express your frustration rather than, being self-destructive. I'm not sure what element is associated with the Hangman, but triangles could be significant. That came through on the reading for somebody. This person is in water, so I'm not sure if this is water energy, but the imagery itself definitely supports the idea of I forgot exactly what I was going to say, but it supports this emotional energy, the need to focus on your emotions, your emotional stability. I just really feel like I need to emphasize here that there is a better, healthier, more constructive, abundant way to express yourself rather than taking unnecessary risks and making unnecessary sacrifices. Maybe when it comes to money specifically, you need to really, really be mindful that you're not spending money on things in a way that is not helpful to you. Of course, you're allowed to enjoy yourself a little bit, but just like I said, don't take any unnecessary sacrifices. If you don't need to do it, then don't. Why create all of this anxiety when you don't need to? Wouldn't you rather be without something that you're attached to than live in fear? This is definitely like a pick and choose your battles type of situation. Be very, very mindful of your choices. Follow your intuition, not your fears. That's interesting too, because I just had that comparison. Would you rather be without? It feels like your intuition is trying to guide you to let go of something or someone that is creating unnecessary risks and anxiety in your life. You do have the power here to create more peace and more stability. It's just a matter of whether you are willing to recognize that. I said Mather, which makes me think of Marshall Mathers, Eminem. His music could be significant for you, or him as a person could be significant. Maybe there's something significant about his story that stands out to you. If you don't know what I'm talking about, that may not be for you. But if you do feel called to look up his story, go ahead and do that. I did just see 111, which is a sign to trust yourself. So if that don't resonate, don't worry about it. If it does, act on it. I did see 122. Remember that change starts with you. Let's go ahead and get this last card. This is so relevant. We have the number 444, the number of stability, 222, the number of balance. I saw the number 2 closer to the beginning of this reading. Some imbalance in your life is really taking away from your sense of stability and your sense of security that you need to address. And like I've been saying, I really feel like it's related to unnecessary risk-taking. I just saw 111, so trust yourself on whatever this reading means for you. This card says, I love myself so much and I am deserving of more. This is why I choose to heal. Would you rather heal, be at peace, let go, or take unnecessary risks that create anxiety that you could have avoided? This almost is like it could be a warning for somebody that if you don't start taking your decisions more seriously, you're gonna regret it. I would rather be uncomfortable. So, you know, it's like I do see like a necessary risk or sacrifice that you could be making here. So it's up to you to discern what risks are necessary and what risks aren't necessary. What I'm feeling is that using your resources in a way, like from an attached place, an anxious place, definitely an emotionally attached place, that's the unnecessary risk. And the necessary risk is letting go whatever is creating the unnecessary risk. That is so interesting. It's like there's the unnecessary, or the necessary risk is in the unnecessary risk. I really hope that makes sense, but this message is very clear. You deserve to heal, to be at peace, and to not feel like a slave to your own mind, your own emotions, your negative thinking, your pessimism. It could be that like hope is all you need to help you not make those risky decisions that aren't necessary. Regardless, there's a better way to deal with whatever you're dealing with emotionally, and you deserve to have a better way to deal with this and these things healthily. I love myself so much and I am deserving of more. Maybe this is something you need to remind yourself of to help you take the right risks, I want to say. It's going to take self-love. It's going to take a lot of strength to tell yourself no. But you deserve it. And it's almost like, look at it as if it's your younger self. Or like how, it's like you have to really pay attention to your inner child right now, for sure. Your inner child could be kicking and screaming. I've heard that phrase somewhere and it's stuck with me since. So if you think about your younger self, wouldn't you tell your younger self no because you know that's what's best for them? So now it's time to tell yourself no because you know it's best for you. There's something that you really need to heal here related to childhood. There's an attachment here, or many attachments, that you can really just grow from by through letting go and accepting, I want to say that it's no longer here, or just accepting that you have to take different risks. Regardless, taking a risk is not comfortable. That's all I have to say. So just make sure that it's worth it. And at this point, I feel like I am going to, I just noticed as well, this hanged man with the number 12 on it that comes down to 3, there's also the third eye. So really, really trust your intuition here, and actually healing and making the right sacrifice is going to benefit you, not only mentally and emotionally, but definitely spiritually, because it's all connected. The more that you heal, the clearer that you will see, you will hear, you will feel. I'm talking about like clairvoyance, clairaudience, because I'm pretty sure like clairvoyance is clear seeing, clairaudience is clear hearing. There's some darkness here that needs to be cleared. I also just felt something here about clearing your throat. Maybe there's a certain song that says something like that. The number 13 could be significant as well. That does come down to a 4. Again, stability. I'm also noticing we have 2, 3, 4, which numbers in that kind of sequence is a sign to trust that everything happens for a reason. Maybe to help you take the right risk, make the right decisions. You need a deeper reason, and that's why it's so important for you to look inward for your answers right now, for your peace, instead of outside of yourself. So, yeah, I think that's going to be the end of your reading. I really, really hope that it was helpful or relevant in some way. If you liked it, hit the like button to show me that. That is the best way to support me. And if you'd like to offer even more support, you can do so by donating through the thanks button directly below the video. Absolutely not obligated, but always very much appreciated. Feel free to leave a comment down below. If you have any, I'd really love to connect with you more and hear what's on your mind. And thank you so much to those of you who have shown your support in one way or another. It always means so much to me, and you know, makes a difference somehow. But yeah, the last thing that I want to say is thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you around.